Man, after the demonstrations I saw today on so-called black products, on other screens, I'm done in that section. Completely done. I gotta concentrate on my technology. Gee whiz Louise, I swear. People gotta do their demonstrations correctly and right. Man. All right, so this is our technology we have, our gray version. This is for WeMax and Vava projectors. We designed this particular technology, as I said before, because we had customers that we had to turn away due to the fact that our darker screen paints, the black products over here, do not pick up on their projectors. Now, these are customers that will be subjected and stuck with either a white screen or a light gray screen, which either one of those won't work, or they'll basically have to be at the mercy of the companies who develop their own projection screens, which are quite pricey. Some can cost 600, some can cost 5 grand. I didn't get a chance to do this demonstration yet. I did the white service, but I haven't did the $5,000 certified screen versus our technology, which I'm curious. All right, so let's do some blue. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
See how close that screen comes to our screen. Oh, we don't need commercials, thank you. There we go. I want to see exactly how my screen looks side by side to a $5,000 DMP Supernova. Next to our technology. And that would be the white surface. And you know what I need to do? I need to bring my screen down just a little bit because I want to get that gray wall also too. Let's see. Because that's a gunmetal technology too on top of that. Let's see. That's zoom. That'll be shift, right? There we go. I want to get a little slither of that gray wall in there too. And let me go in here and adjust my surface here a little bit. Now, why I keep explaining, I can't explain enough why products have to be tested. So when you do demonstrations, you don't want to look like an idiot on camera. You want to make sure your stuff actually works. At the bottom, we have a gray wall. That gray wall represents a lot of the gray screen paint products out there on the market. The gunmetal, yes, is going to be more superior than the gray wall white screen. And then we have our technology, which is much cheaper than the gunmetal technology. Keep in mind, the screen we have here is not gunmetal. It's actually kind of a mid-gray complexion screen paint. Our gunmetals are usually much, much darker than that. All right. Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
There we go. Where commercial pops up.
You tell me. How sexy are those guys?
I wish I could put Reese's Cups on everything.
Order your Reese's right today.
All right, doing our slow color change out. So we have the gray wall at the bottom. Next would be gunmetal technology, and that would be a white surface. Matching the gunmetal technology makes me happy because, again, our technology is not gunmetal here. It is actually mid-gray. Let me get that soundbar out of the way, too. Let me take the soundbar down. That way you can get a shot of that mid-gray, that light gray screen at the bottom. Now, even our gray screens are ambient light rejection technology, and like I said, can match a gunmetal. Our gray screens are not gunmetal. Gunmetals are much darker. Our screen is a mid-gray. Has to be lighter because that's to pick up on a Vava projector, which do not work well on darker screens. So that shows the people who have that technology now, you now have a technology that can actually match a $5,000 projection screen. It's going to work much better than a white screen. And as for the light products, well, they don't even pick up under our technology. It's light gray screen surface at the bottom. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
No, we do not expect for the screen we have here to pick up like the one we have over here. This is why we show you everything out in the open, fully light, lots of light in the environment, to show you that there's no gray screen. And I'm sorry if they have misled you that can pour contrast over equal to black technology. It's not going to work. But at least we're showing you up front what you should be seeing. I don't like to come on there. We're just going to call this story time. And we don't go on and story time the product. That's what we just call it. That's my word now. Story time the product. And that's what they do. A lot of lying, a lot of doing some dumb stuff. And then again, at the end of the day, they got to explain themselves and it doesn't come out that well. I'm never going to come up here and tell you that a product's going to do something that it can't do. That's why we have to test to show you what it can and what it can't do. Now this technology, like I said, we designed this technology for we don't have to turn away people who have Vava and WeMax projectors anymore. We used to because again, this will not work on it at all, period. But this technology will. Now, like I said, the gray wall, I guarantee you, matches a lot of great products out there. As I said before, anyone wants to challenge my walls in here, you let me know. I'll go purchase your product and I'll put you against the wall. And I guarantee you, you'll match or come extremely close to looking just like it. And as you can see under our product is not gunmetal. This is not a gunmetal screen. This is actually a mid-gray screen. Gunmetal technology would be extremely dark. AK Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
Like you notice when I do these demonstrations, we do these demonstrations in fully lit environments, and that's the way they're supposed to be done. If you're watching people doing gray screens in the dark and they're dodging light, that's never good. That means there's story time in the demonstration. Oh, I like that. That's when I like that, saying story time.
Introducing a technological achievement so advanced, it rivals the moon landing.
Wow. Okay. Rude. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Now, for anyone sitting here and saying, well, your screen is matching the gunmetal. I would hope so, because it's contrast shifting technology and that mid-gray screen, it should be to pick up a dark enough level to blend in with the gunmetal technology. Definitely gotta go the other way. Dang it. Now, as you can see in my junky environment, yes, this is my junky environment, fully lit, plenty of light in the environment. As you can see, nice and bright. We're not sitting in any dark corners or that nonsense or neon lights. And look at my neon lights on the floor. They don't even basically fire up because, again, the environment is generating too much light. Look how bright the walls are. When I see walls that come up dim, and kind of have a dim, dull look to them, there's no light making contact with that wall. This is our gray technology products. Well, actually, one of them. Only got one. Make sure my windows are out. I want you to see the optics on the other side. Now, like I said, the reason why that they will try to debunk our demonstrations is because they don't want to work. They want to use these poor excuse of products at the end of the day, and they want to cut corners. No, you literally, gentlemen, have to work. You're going to have to work. You can't put products on the market that don't work. You have to work. You have to need tests. This is my grade technology, my grade product. I can have this in a fully lit environment next to a certified screen, white sheet of paper, and a gray screen or a gray surface at the bottom.
Which one will I need?
Please, just give me a G.
Now, say we get somebody who comes out there, as long as you don't talk trash about my company, I'm good. Then I have to go after your product and I have to defend my company, which you don't want at the end of the day. But if you are out there making a product and you're basically doing a good job at it, hey, I'm going to support you 100%. Because I want to see better products on the market. I really do. But when people try to slam me at the end of the day, don't do that at the end of the day. You don't want that at the end of the day. Trust me, I gave Mr. Danny a little bit of attention and look where it got him at. He's better off just minding his own business and just staying in his backyard. Expose all kinds of stuff on you. You don't want that at the end of the day. But if you're out there trying to make a product, and I can't give you any secrets, I can't do that, but I can point you on what you should do on your demonstrations, and what people want to see and what they should be seeing. Number one thing is you got to do fully lit environments. Don't cheat the environment. Don't do that, because again, you cheat the end customer. If you have it in a comfortable environment that your screen's going to work in comfortable, guess what's going to happen when the customer gets it? He's not going to stick it in a comfortable environment. He's going to put it in his environment, and it may not be the same as yours. So that's going to be a problem. That's why we try to use as much light as possible on our screens. See how the screen went dark on this side? You don't want that happening to your screen. It's called a narrow viewing cone effect. See that? That's what I don't like about when I watch these demonstrations. They come up with the most poorest excuses of their products. Trying to make a narrow viewing cone look good, that's not good. That's extremely bad. You don't want that. Screen will go dark. If you move from side to side, it'll start to go dark on you. But try to make it sound like, no, those screens are too dry. That doesn't even make any sense. But those screens are too dry, and that's the reason why they're picking up from side to side, because they're too dry. Isn't it supposed to be dry? It's a formula. It starts off wet, it's supposed to dry. You don't want the narrow viewing cone. Go to any form site, ask them about narrow viewing cone, to tell them it's a bad effect. The screen pulls off when it can't pick up from side to side. You don't want that. Try to make that sound like a good thing. Like making excuses that if you upgrade the firmware on a projector, you literally spent $5,500 for that your colors and contrast is going to come in correctly. Should have did that the first minute you plugged it in. Now, people get bothered by me when I sit there and say that I'm not into the likes and subscriptions and all that stuff. I'm not about that. And the reason why I'm not about that is because it's about the product. It's about bringing out good technology. If I was in here, like one of those people in here trying to get clout at the end of the day, doing anything, cutting corners, doing this, doing that, just to get them likes, just to get some subscriptions and all that stuff, I'm not doing my job correctly. I need to concentrate on what I'm doing here and worrying about what's going on out there. That's what I'm trying to do at the end of the day. I appreciate if you're going to give me a like here and there, but it's not something that I'm going to base my channel off of. I'm basing my channel off of my experience and my skill level. That's what I base my channel off. That's why I can sit back and say I have more test demonstrations on my page than these people out here calling themselves making products. I'm over 7,000 videos in. You have to be to back your product up. Some people are more concentrated on the likes and the subscribers than the product itself. For me, it's all about the product. That's on my $270 projector. That's it. I go to forum sites, people are paying way beyond what my projector costs. $270. We're on a gray screen, fully lit environment, next to a certified screen, white screen, and a gray surface at the bottom. Got the windows open, got the lights on, and look. That's in there matching a $5,000 screen. Yeah, we only charge for 32 ounces of this about $337. The person that goes out and has a Vava projector, we max, again, like I said, are forced into spending $600. The one guy I was talking to, he's like, I don't want to spend $600 for a 100-inch screen. I already spent money for the projector. I got to spend an additional $600 for 100-inch screen only. That's it. If I want to get out of it. For those of you that have those iWall or whatever projectors, and if I'm saying the name incorrectly, I do apologize. But those particular projectors, come on, man, you're talking about $1,200. $1,200 for 100-inch, $5,000 for 150-inch. Vava ones is asking for $1,000 for 120-inch. And here we are, we have a technology that can easily match a $5,000 projection screen, certified, real deal. And one quart, they're going to get a 150-inch screen, no $5,000. We're using more light in our demonstrations than Vava uses in their demonstrations when they show off their screens. And at that, we're using a much cheaper projector. So it's nice. I felt so bad when I talked to that customer and he came up and he said, look, I'm just trying to get the projector to work in a fully lit environment. That's all I want to do. We had to turn him away because we had this black technology. It would have worked, but he had the wrong projector. And of course you do. If you spent that money for that projector, you don't want to go out and spend more money for another projector. You just spent money for a projector. Some didn't even get a full year out of it, not even a couple months out of it. You got to turn around and buy another one. And he saw the screen. I don't want to spend $600. I don't want to spend $1,000. Same way I felt when I went to buy Grey Wolf. That's how I got started in this field. I didn't want to spend $3,000 for a projection screen. I refused to. So now, when they call and they say, I say, what kind of projector do you have? And I say, I have a Vava, a WeMax, or Bowmaker, or one of those projectors. We can say, oh, we have a screen paint right there. And now they don't have to sit in the dark anymore because our stuff is ambient light rejection technology. They have the same equal capabilities of a $5,000 DMP Supernova. They're better than a white screen, better than a light gray screen. There's the problem. That fixes the problem right there. Companies could have did the same thing. They could have probably designed a screen for a much affordable price, but they're not going to do that. If we can do it at that price for under $400, why can't they do it? That's the problem with the industry. talk about that's the problem with the industry. There's a lot of greed. And no, I would never basically put my company in that position because, again, that makes me the very person that I didn't want to be to begin with. Honestly, sometimes I feel like my technology is not appreciated. That's how I feel.
At Papa John's, we start.
I work extremely hard to make good technology, and that's how I feel sometimes. My technology is not appreciated. I couldn't care about the naysayers and stuff. That they're supposed to do that. That comes with the business. You're going to have people going to hate you at the end of the day, try to slander your products. That comes with the business. That's normal. But sometimes that's how I feel. I work a lot of hours, but a lot of man hours in to make a product. And I've had plenty of companies asking me to sell out, and I refused to because, again, I didn't get into this field to cheat the middleman. So he can't have. Everybody should have the ability to have an amazing screen. Why should certain people with deeper pockets have only that technology? It's not fair. And that's how I felt when it came to the Grey Wolf. It wasn't fair. Now, said you haters at the end of the day trying to tear down my product, which you'll never ever be able to do, you should be out concentrating trying to make better products for the customers instead of hating on me all day. And I got to take the time out of my busy schedule, come in and expose you for the liars that you are and embarrass you on YouTube and then go back to work. When you should be out trying to make better products and stop cutting corners with a bunch of nonsense to make better products for the customers. Those two guys, that you completely missed the mark by so much, it's not even funny. You weren't long enough to understand the whole purpose of screen paint technology. You weren't even around. This technology was based off people who didn't want to spend all this money for these high-end, expensive, certified screens. So it became a battle against paints versus screens. That's what it started with. Well, you jokers got in there and twist everything all up. I don't have the time and the patience to be going back and forth with you guys on these fake products. I got things I got to do. I got work I got to do at the end of the day. You're missing the whole point. It's not about us warring against each other. It's about us going against certified and expensive screens that charge the customers so much money. But you guys are so built with so much jealousy at the end of the day, you come and attack me. Where's it got you at the end of the day? Nowhere. I'm still developing new technology. I got technology coming out in 2024. Nothing's stopping us. And I just got you guys in a bunch of trouble for doing dumb stuff. I come in and defend my company as I'm supposed to do, to back my company on what it's designed to do against people who do not like me. But my main target is not you guys at the end of the day. My main target is certified. It's always been certified from day one. You guys just happened to jump into this, not knowing what was going on, and you got caught up in it. How are you going to try to take out a product that takes out certified screens? Couldn't care less. At the end of the day, as long as you guys leave my name out of it, my goal is certified. No, I gotta waste the time going in, debunking your dumb nonsense at the end of the day, buying your stupid products to bring down here to do testing, wasting money, my money at the end of the day. You gotta turn around and deal with people who can't even ship out products correctly and listen to the mumbo jumbles of hours of people don't know what the freak they're talking about. Yeah, it's a waste of my freaking time. But I had to come and do that because I defend my company. So try to get in your heads at the end of the day. You're not on our list. You're not on our level. You're not in our universe. Our main goal is certified. That's how it was from day one before I started, before you guys ever existed on YouTube. That's what my goal was, certified.
finances for 30 years, and the millions of user reviews make my job pretty easy. It has been essential to organizing my finances, paying down debt, building savings, and planning for the future. True, Quicken is unmatched in features for investments.
Why?
Unmatched.
Why?
Once you use Quicken,
Why?
you can't give it up.
As I said before, I don't care what you're making over there, as long as it's tested, as long as you're being honest to your customers. As long as when you do contrast levels, you're doing it in full lit environments, you don't have any fake environments going off at the same time. As long as you're doing everything by the book, so the customer doesn't get robbed at the end. He or she is going to have a rough enough time trying to find a projector in a sea of basically fake projectors. You shouldn't have to do the same thing with the products, screen paints. Let's see. Talk over here. This would be the first place I literally had a primer wall. I never had a primer wall any place, but this place has child protective paint everywhere. Man, that's a headache to me, it really is. We already had that stuff already updated in the website instructions. You do basically want to prime over that stuff. I hate priming, I really do. You know why? Because I want to get it done. I want to get it done, but usually these walls weren't coated with it. Done already. But, you know, making multiple passes over that thing. TCL 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
For some beautiful fish. You can see we got our overheads on, and we got the light pushing right through the window. This is what you should be seeing in gray screens. You should be seeing light coming through the window, light over top, and you should be seeing comparisons in there. Fantastic it would be if people did screen paints on our level, they did tests on our level. Gee whiz, I could buy somebody else's stuff and have their stuff on my wall in my place. That'd be nice. I could talk about somebody else's product. Look at this stuff. That's fantastic ambient light projection technology. Oh, you like this stuff. You can't do that. If I buy anything else and I put it on my wall, it's going to wash out. What are we going to find? Literally, it's going to be to operate in my environment. I'm not changing my environment. That's not going to happen. I'm not calibrating projectors, and that's definitely not going to happen. So how would it work? I'm not spending any money for a high-end screen. None of these are. No, I'm not doing that. Let's bring our screen up. So I do that to show you that even at 5,000 lumens, that yes, the gunmetal screen is going to blend nicely with our screen, which is fantastic. The first time I got a chance to test that, which came out quite nicely. The gray screen at the bottom, it won't pick up. Not even at 5,000 lumens hitting it, and the white surface definitely won't even generate any light, any form of picture quality. And move the screen over by the window. See, no ash to the surface, nothing. As you can see, not to be rude, the only blue lights we have here on the floor, they don't even generate any light at all whatsoever because the environment has so much light in it. If I drop a meter in here, we're way over 180 lux, easily. Over 200, over 300, easy. Probably being around 1600. Way over 180. And my meters always sit in the middle of the floor. I don't put my meters near here, so I put it near the screen. It means the screen is taking in light. When that projector comes on, it's going to make contact with the meter. It's going to jump my readings. You don't do that. It's supposed to sit in the middle of your floor, nowhere near windows or nothing, under your projector. So that's why I said 180 lux is nothing. We're way beyond that. Way beyond it. 300 lux? Yeah, way beyond that. Now, if our gray technology is that good, imagine what that black technology does at the end of the day.
Some top-load washers spark interest.
But it's fleeting.
Please work.
But LG high-efficiency top-load washers, you can count on them.
Now that's fire.
No. Now that's good.
Good.
Now, when that demonstration was done, on that gray screen, you were in the dark. We're not in the dark here. Got the windows open, my lights are up, and I even got my screen pushed up to the top, into the corner, close to the windows. So anyone ever sit there and says, so it's not fair, you have a black technology, of course, well, you got gray too. And we can put it in the exact same environment that this black screen can sit in also too. Now it may not pull the high contrast of the black screen, but it maintains. Both of my windows are both of them generating light to the screen. Now I find this interesting for the people who are, I don't know, trying to standard our products. You know, you guys work to try to make products better than my technology. And at the end, I'm not making products better than your products. I'm making products better than certified. You should be making products better to be certified at the end of the day. So that means I must be a pretty bad freaking screen at the end of the day if you guys are fighting so hard to pretty much try to topple me. That you're ignoring the one screen that you can't beat, which is a certified screen. Can't take on gunmetal technology. That's extremely powerful piece of technology. You guys work really, really hard to try to debunk my theories or basically at the end of the day try to make a product better than mine. But yet, this simple demonstration like this, you can't do. And I'm not even thinking about y'all. No, why would I waste my time and my man hours on developing a screen paint to basically take out y'all products? We're for certified. If we can knock out a certified, we can definitely knock your products out. So it must be good if you, at the end of the day, if you guys need my recognition at the end of the day to make your products look somewhat decent. But again, you see how my demonstration is displayed here? How we got lights here on the screen? That's how you're going to have to show off the product. This is what the customer needs to see. See that light? They need to see this. Oops, but the data's from my projector. That's what they need to see. Doing ultra short throws is a complete fail. It should be done on a long throw. Screen's got to work for that ambient light projection. You got to work for it. So for the customers out there, when you're shopping for screen paint products, you want to see demonstrations with this kind of light making contact with the screen. You don't want to see a screen cast in darkness where you can barely see lights in the environment. You see those LED lights sitting on the floor? See how they don't give any kind of reflection off anywhere at all, period? Because the light we have in the environment is brighter than the LED lights. When you watch demonstrations and the LED lights are actually giving off more light than the environment itself, that means the environment is dark. I tell you, if the wall tells the whole story. If that wall's too dark, guess what? The environment's too dark. So when you get it home and you set it up at your house, it's not going to work the same way. Just as that poor customer with that 4K projector couldn't get his screen to pull up, even when he had his windows open. It wasn't even open all the way up, and his screen washed out. You should have never had to go through that.
Wawa's now serving pizza made fresh to order with our delicious pizza sauce on our thick crust. Pick up a perfectly golden cheese sauce.
Now, before we end it here, the coating we have here is a one-coat application. We rolled on or sprayed on. We do advise 9-inch nap rollers. Do not use foam rollers. You will streak and mark up the screen. Drying time is extremely fast because we literally painted both of these screens without a fan. So they dried on their own right on camera. It is ultra short compatible, of course, with the Vava WeMax projectors. No calibrating, ambient light projection technology. And the contrast levels we have down is as mid or fair. So I'm not going to tell you something that's not true. That's why we're showing you everything in fully lit environments. So you can see everything right from the door on what you'll be ordering. We do have free shipping, and we do ship all over the world for free. Oh, screen size from 1 quart, 100-inch to 150-inch, 16:9.